Quint.
Hello and welcome to Hot Money on Bloomberg Quint Live, India's first digital live streaming business news service. This is the show which gets you a complete wrap of all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. I'm Darshan Mehta. Let's welcome our guest on the show. Joining us today are Raja Venkatraman of Chart Advice, Fidai, who's a technical analyst and mentor, along with Kkunal Parar of Choice Broking. Many thanks to all of my guests for joining me. Before we begin with the show with our analysts, let's bring in Yash Upadhyay, who has a chart on Tata Power. Good afternoon, Yash. What does the chart indicate?
Afternoon, Darshan. So there's a buy call coming in on Tata Power, and we're looking first at the weekly time frame chart for Tata Power over the last 5-year period. And the yellow dotted line is where it had made a bottom back in 2015. It has come down. It slipped from the levels of as high as 100 at the start of 2018 and is now trading almost half. So it's down 50% from that mark. It's trading somewhere around the mark of 54.5, 55 at the moment. And the RSI in the lower panel, that indicates that the stock has been significantly oversold. So if you take a look at it, it has given a positive divergence after taking support at the mark of 30. Every time that this has managed to happen, at least 3 times, this being the third occasion over the last 5-year period, we have seen that the stock has managed to give a smart enough rally, a 10 to 15 rupees rally on the up move. But that is as far as the weekly time frame is concerned. On the daily charts as well, we are getting further confirmation with the MACD in the lower panel giving a positive crossover. So the MACD line, which is the blue line over here, that has crossed above the signal line to give that positive crossover. It had slipped down to as low as 50 in the previous week, but then it made 3 large green candles to scale back to the mark of 55. It has been a bit mixed over the last couple of trading sessions, but with a strict stop loss probably and on a move on the higher side, which gives further confidence and confirmation that from here Tata Power would look good. Then one could look to go long in the counter right now because the risk to reward ratio is also favorable.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Yash. What's your sense, Raja? What's your view on Tata Power?
The charts definitely, I don't agree with Yash. The reason being that the momentum continues to remain weak and it has given a breakdown below 56, which was its key support region. So one would actually sell Tata Power at here current levels, rally towards 56, place a stop loss above 57 for a drop towards 51.
Okay, so you're negative on Tata Power?
I'm negative on Tata
Okay, Fidai, what's your view?
Well, I agree with Raja in the sense and also agree with Yash because Yash is giving a long-term kind of view and we both are on the daily kind of charts, and we see that the stock has a very strong resistance around 56.50 and 58.50. Till that is not taken out, I would not be buying this stock. Rather, I would be preferring to buy this between, you can say, 51 and 48.
Okay, 51 and 48.
The range I would like to buy this.
Okay, so buy on declines is something, but short at this level is something that Fidai is talking about. What's your sense, Kkunal?
Darshan, for trading perspective, definitely I'll go with Raja, what he said, sell on rise. But if I talk about medium to long term, during during October 2018, stock made a low of 51, and after that it went up to the level of 140, 148, and right now stock is trading somewhere around 55. So it indicates that the stock has a strong support somewhere around 50. So my view is like to get into the stock at the current level with the SL of 50. I'm seeing an upside movement up to the level of 74, 75.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on the first chart, and that is Tata Power. But let's begin with the first round of chart with our guest. Raja has a view on escorts this time around. Remember, this comes ahead of the auto sales numbers, which will come out now. But of late, auto stocks have been rather doing well for itself. But yes, what's your sense? Why are you indicating a buy on escorts?
Yeah, like Darshan, like you rightly said, auto stocks are showing some revival. And the charts of escorts has been on a steady decline over the last 7 months. And now this stock has actually given a nice breakout above this trend line. There's a strong trend line resistance above which the stock has managed to close. And for the last 3 days in succession, it has managed to hold on. And even today, when the markets are witnessing some decline, the stock has managed to hold on to its higher levels. Now, if you open the lower panel, I have taken the help of the RSI, and I'm seeing that there is a nice revival and also a divergence, positive divergence seen on the RSI as well. And which is clearly moved above the 50 mark, which suggests that there is some positive outlook which one can maintain in escorts. So in combination of the price and momentum, it looks to be a good bet for the long side.
Okay, so it's at 495 currently, 490, 430. What's the sense? What's the ideal strategy that one has to follow?
You could buy at current levels. You can use dips towards 475 as additional buying opportunity. Place a stop loss below 460 for an upside towards 535 and 560.
And what's the timeline you see this coming?
Yeah, within the next 10 to 14 trading sessions.
Okay, so it's a quick mover that you see on escorts.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Raja. NS, what's your sense on escorts? Are you bullish on the counter?
Seriously, no, because stock has risen very strongly from around 420-ish, 424 to like right now at 502. So it has given almost 20% upside. What I see is it is getting, it should face resistance around 50 DEMA. Now that is placed at around 507, 508. Now I would suggest like you can go short here, keep a tight stop loss above 510, 511. And you can expect the target of 474 where Raja is skipping his stop loss. Rather, that would be my target to cover up.
Okay, that's and at that level, would you buy?
Yeah, maybe for trading purposes.
Okay, and Kkunal, what's your sense? We've got one long, one short. Which sense? What are you sensing?
There's definitely I'll go for a long. Actually, on a daily chart, bullish engulfing is there. Plus, stock has been trading above 21 DMA. Plus, positive divergence is there, and RSI has recently, given a breakout of its horizontal trend line. So overall, all this stuff indicates, upside movement. My view is like one can buy escort at present level with the SL of 465. I am seeing somewhere around 535, 540.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on the first chart, 2:1 in favor of longs for escorts. The next is NS Fidai. He has a chart on the Nifty Bank itself. It's down 200 points, but it's been extremely volatile. Fidai, not to trade for someone with a weak heart, with moving 1,000, 2,000 points day intraday, but is this a long-term strategy that you're saying? What's the sense?
See, we are looking at a very low risk strategy here actually. If you see, I have got lots of indicators which are confluencing exactly in this zone, around 28,200 to you can say 28, between 27,800 to 28,500 between that zone. Now you can see this, like there is a extreme short term, there is a small trend line that is coming, and the stock Bank Nifty is unable to cross that. And why it is doing that? Because it has risen very sharply. Now it has to have some cooling, there is some cooling to be required, and there are multiple reasons. There is one trend line coming from top which we have connected here and here, and the stock the Bank Nifty did give a small move above it, but could not sustain. So as a technical analyst, we would like to see the price go cross over and sustain above that, which is not happening. Now if you see this, it's actually a parallel channel. Okay, so the stock Bank Nifty faces very, very strong resistances in this zone. Rather, I would say I can give you the exact numbers. I would keep a stop loss at 28,650. A little bit of margin of safety, because this area is acting as a very strong resistance. And there is one more, you can see this bottom. If you put a parallel line exactly touching this bottom, the Bank Nifty has not been able to close above that level. Okay, and even that is being reflected in Nifty also. So though this candle did cross a little bit above that line, but could not close. So this is one thing. We don't want to be too gloomy, but let me give you the targets right now. What I see is maybe on the downside 27,475 in extreme short term. If that breaks, then we can see it coming all the way up to this areas. So that is a different scenario. Now we can see a weekly chart. I don't want to be into gloom dooms kind of. So we will give you the other scenario also, which is the long term trend line. See this. This is a huge long term trend line. Plus, if you see, this is a 100 DEMA, 100 VEMA. That is 100 weeks exponential moving average. Bank Nifty has not been able to close below that. Right now also it has taken very good support on that. So what I expect is, till this is held as a, this is the last and final support, the low and this 100 VEMA. Right now we want this Bank Nifty to sustain and close above this trend line and go as fast as possible above this. Shouldn't be below this for a longer time. If it happens to stay here for more than 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks, then we'll have more pressure on the downside. So right now, people need not panic absolutely. They can sustain themselves if it holds this. And what I would say is sell on rise in two tranches, 28,275 and 28,525. And though I think today it's not possible, but whenever it comes, you can sell around that area. Keep a stop loss at 28,650. Expect a target of 27,475. On the downs, this could happen in 3 to 5 weeks if it happens. If it crosses our stop loss, goes beyond 28,500, 28,650, then I would prefer to go long then.
Okay, that's the view. Thanks so much for that, Dennis. Raja, are you negative on the Bank Nifty?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with NS. The region around 28,500 has been a key Fibonacci resistance area, also a value resistance area. So around those levels, the Bank Nifty has never really been able to make it. So I can expect some more decline coming into Bank Nifty. So a stop loss above that would be the best opportunity, and you can use rallies towards 28,300 as a rally sell opportunity, and the downside you can expect around 27,300.
Okay, and Kkunal, what's your sense?
That's why at this level, I'm seeing a support somewhere around 27,800. No doubt on the upper side, 28,000 act as a strong resistance, because exactly where the 21 DMA comes, and if you look after option chain where maximum OI comes at 28,000 call side, plus max pen as well comes at 28,000. So no doubt 28,000 works as a strong resistance for the time being. But if 27,800 Bank Nifty breaks, after that only I'll go for a short. Till then I'll wait and watch.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on the Nifty Bank. The next chart is Kkunal on Jubilant Foodworks. Let's have the chart up. It has been, it's been an extremely expensive stock, but nevertheless, it has managed to hold on. Also today, the City note coming out highlighting a lot about how the Chinese food market is big opportunity with Hong's Kitchen is something that they're looking at. So Jubilant Foodworks is up 15 rupees. What's your sense? Are you bullish on it?
Yes, Darshan, definitely I'm bullish on it. Over here you can see this is like a basic formation. It's a continuation formation from this June 2017. You can see the stock gave a good upside movement, and after that it went into a small triangle formation, and overall this pattern looks like a pennant pattern, which is a bullish reversal which is a bullish continuation formation. And recently you can see over here the lower band of the formation, stock made a small hammer candlesticks, which is a bullish reversal. So this overall formation indicates a good upside movement in the counter. However, if we talk about RSI, then there's a RSI as well, weekly RSI as well, trading with a positive crossover, and weekly RSI has been taking a support of its upward rising trend line. So weekly RSI plus weekly chart both indicates a positive movement. Plus on a daily chart, on a daily chart, Darshan, you can see that the stock has given a breakout of its falling wedge formation. Right now it is trading at 1214, and breakout took place somewhere around 1200. So it's like a placed breakout level, as well as MACD is giving a positive crossover. Okay, it is trading above its signal line. No doubt it is below zero line. It indicates that the stock is gaining its steam, and RSI as well trading with a positive crossover. So overall, weekly chart plus daily chart both indicates a bullish movement in the counter.
Okay, what's the strategy? It's at 1415. What should one do?
One can get into the stock at 1415 with the SL of 1150, and I am seeing somewhere around 1360, which is exactly this top.
Okay, so and what's the time frame?
Darshan, 1360 means it takes time of 1 to 2 months.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Kkunal. NS, what's your sense on Jubilant Foodworks? Are you bullish?
No, seriously, the target on the upside is very limited, though it shows a little bit of a breakout. But I would be looking at going short around 1245, 40 between that area. Keep a tight stop loss at 1255, and maybe we can expect it to come down to almost like you can say 1170ish, where I would like to buy my positions back.
Okay, and Raja, what's your sense?
Yeah, the stock is showing some indications to move to the upside, and the momentum is definitely positive. So one could look at trading towards an upside towards 12,050. 1250 is the expected target, placing a stop loss below 1190.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on Jubilant Foodworks. Let's start with the second round of charts with the Raja. And this chart is on Dixon Technologies. I don't think we've covered this stock before on this show, but nevertheless, it's managed to come down significantly from the highs of 4,500. It's at 2,600. So what's the sense?
Yeah, the stock after its strong decline has been in a sleeping mode for quite a while. And you can see here the stock has spent sufficient time in consolidation. And now we are seeing here some long body candles on the weekly chart, which are clearly confirming that there is some bullish interest which is developing in this counter. Along with that, if you see in the lower panel, can see here I have used the momentum indicator ADX DMI, and I can see here that the green line is now inching higher, which suggests that the bullish interest is now stepping up into this counter. So price action combined with the momentum action which we are seeing suggests that we could look at some more upside. There's a nice consolidation breakout with long body candle, which clearly suggests that buyers are favoring this as a hedge against their selling position. So there's a nice investment opportunity here.
Okay, 26.25, what should one do? What level should one buy?
One could buy at current levels, use declines towards 2500 as an additional buying opportunity, place a stop loss below 2400 for an upside towards 2950.
Okay, so you see this coming in. Okay, thanks so much for that, Raja. Kunal, what's your sense on Dixon Tech?
Darshan, stock has given a breakout of his recent top, which was placed at 2606, and right now accentuated volume has been taking place since last 2 days, and we have been seeing a good upside movement with a positive reason. So overall it indicates a good upside movement, but I'm not saying to buy at present level because risk reward is not at favorable level. So my view is like if anyone has a position, that person can hold his position for the target of 2800 to 2900.
Okay, similar type of targets. And NS, what's your sense?
Well, I agree with Kunal in sense that the stock has moved up quite sharply in last few weeks, and it is currently at a previous high area where we feel there should be some dip on the some profit booking may come. So it's a good buy on declines. Even Raja agrees with that. So I would be buyer if it comes around 2400, 2410. And keep a tight stop loss below 2380. The stock has all the potential to go all the way up to around plus 3000.
Okay, so consensus view on the positive side, but the timing of buying will have to be done on decline is something that's been spoken about. The next chart is on Emkay Global. I don't think we've also discussed this chart earlier. That's NS Fidai's pick here. So let's take up why are you bullish on the counter?
Well, if you see this stock has fallen quite sharply throughout, and most of the broking stocks are in not good shape on charts. Now, finally, the stock, after falling continuously and taking support on this trend line, it has gone sideways. Instead of taking support, it has gone sideways rather than falling. Now, if you see this again, there is a falling wedge within that channel, for this major break. So after that, it has gone sideways. Now it is trying to show momentum. If you see today also, there is a good moment. The stock has tried to create a good moment on the upside, but is failing. I would say you can buy here, you can buy on dips up to 50, 51 if it gives an opportunity, but you can buy small quantity here and keep a provision to add on dips. And even RSI, if you see, RSI has given a very strong positive divergence here. Okay, so if you see the previous, we can have the chart the price chart only. Yeah, if you see, RSI has given actually a double divergence, which is called a hidden divergence kind of thing. So after making a lower low, this was around one, higher areas, and this is at a lower area. Now the price is made a lower low while RSI is rising. After making a low here, RSI made a big low here. Then we have two higher lows, which shows that the selling pressure is over on the stock. The stock has all the potential to go up to 72.80 also in extreme short term. So what one can do, the strategy should be to buy right now, add on dips, keep a stop loss below 48.50.
Okay.
The risk reward is very beautiful if you get an opportunity to buy on the lower levels. But otherwise, also if it starts running from here, then maybe you can see the stock can go up to almost 72 or 80. Okay,
thanks so much for that, Fidai. Raja, what's your sense on Emkay Global?
Yeah, over the last few weeks, Emkay Global has not been showing much of action, and from the way the overall momentum setup is also looking, I am not seeing any favorable response. So I would be an avoid in this counter.
Okay, what's your sense, Kkunal?
Darshan, on a daily chart, no doubt stock has been trading above its 21 days moving average, but exactly where 60 or at 60 level, stock is facing a resistance. Even yesterday, stock faced a resistance and gave close below it. So my view is like if stock sustain above 60, one can go for a long. And even on a weekly chart, Darshan, during 2016, stock took a support of 46, multiple times, and after that it went up to the level of 300. So, one can say 46, 45 is a good support for long-term perspective. So, for trading perspective, if sustain above 60, then one can go for a trading perspective, while for long-term, one can get into the stock with the SL of 45, I am saying 80, 85.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on Emkay Global, and the last chart, at least from our guest, is a chart on Tata Steel by Kkunal. Let's have the chart, Kkunal, if you can join us. It's been all over the place, but there seems to be issue, and metals has been impacted because of the China-US trade wars. And what's the sense that you're getting?
There's an overall, the stock has been trading in a falling wedge formation, in a falling channel formation. And if we talk about this bottom, exactly where the lower band of the formation comes, okay. So since last 2 weeks, stock is taking the support of its lower band of the falling formation. So I think that with the help of its lower channel, stock may give a good bounce back. As well as there's on a weekly chart, exactly somewhere around 322, the stock has completed its bullish harmonic formation, which indicates a bullish upside movement. So based on this harmonic formation plus based on this downward channel formation, I'm seeing a bounce back in the counter.
Okay.
Yes, exactly where at 320 the D point completed of harmonic formation, and this is like a PR zone from where I'm expecting a bounce back movement in the counter.
Okay, what strategy would you suggest?
There's some based on this lower lower top lower bottom formation plus harmonic formation. My view is like one can go for a long for a target of 395 410 with the SL of 315. But no doubt right now stock is trading in a lower stock is trading at lower level, and since last 2 to 3 weeks stock's beta is like very low, so it may take time more than a quarter to reach its target of 395 to 410.
Okay, thanks so much for that. Fidai, what's your sense on Tata Steel?
Well, I would not like to stay long if it starts trading below 340. And right now it is just very nearby. And on the upside, if it starts trading above, then the above 3, maybe 355, there is still more resistance at 368. The stock is making continuous lower top, lower bottom. So right now, and avoid, if you get an opportunity to buy at previous low that it has made, and very strong, tail on the end 322. So buy around 320, 322 would be my strategy.
Okay, and what's your strategy?
Yeah, I am bearish on metals, and Tata Steel has been witnessing volume on the declines even on the higher time frame charts. So that every rally at current levels or on higher levels should be used as a selling opportunity, is my opinion.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on Tata Steel. And the final stock we want to talk about is a chart on ACC, and it's brought by Yash. Yash, what is the chart indicator?
So we're using the trender indicator once again, which is a proprietary Bloomberg indicator, and there's a buy signal coming in should a particular condition be fulfilled. Now the trender line, which is the one in red over here, that stands at the mark of 1542. The stock is above that mark currently, but as the condition stands, it has to close above that mark for the trender line to flip its color from red to green. As we've seen historically, every time that the trender has in fact changed its color from red to green, we've seen the stock move up, and on an average over the next 1 month period, the stock has the potential to go up by almost 5.5% in today's day of trade. The stock did open weak and it went down, but from the lows of the day, it has managed to reverse back, and in the last few trading sessions as well, we've seen the stock make a sharp recovery. So ACC looks like one of the counters you need to watch out for on the upside.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Yash. Raja, what's your sense on ACC?
Yeah, ACC has been stagnating for the past few weeks. So unless and until it crosses 1600, I would not be a buyer in ACC, nor I would be a seller.
Okay. Fidai, what's your sense?
Well, I would be going short if it does not cross 1550. I would keep a stop loss at 1552 and go short at this level also, and maybe book my profits around 1450, 1495. On the upside is very limited. I don't see it going far beyond 1580, 85.
Okay, and Kkunal, what's your sense?
Right now stock is trading at 1543, and on a hourly chart it indicates that it seems that the stock is giving a breakout of its flag formation on a smaller time frame, which indicates a continuation of the trend. So my view is like one can go for a long for trading perspective. Downside, one can put SLR somewhere around 1520, and I'm seeing somewhere around 1550 and more about 1570. However, if talk about long term, then stock has been continuously taking a support of its 100 weeks moving average, and has been trading in higher top higher bottom formation. So for long term target, First target comes at 1770 and more above it 1800 would be there.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. And before we end, let's take some advice on some of the stocks that are buzzing in trade. Godfrey Phillips, for one, is up 6%. Obviously, the merger between that's been spoken about in the parent, the Philip Morris merger that's been spoken about, probably will have an impact. That's moved up 6%. But if you take a look at what's happened, the counters actually moved up 60-70% in the past few trading sessions. So there is traction in the last 3 months itself. It's flat, but nevertheless there is traction. Godfrey Phillips, what's your sense?
Yeah, the stock is looking set to cross its level of 1170, and the way the long body bullish candles are seen on the higher time frame charts clearly suggests that one could initiate longs at current levels, use declines towards 1025, place a stop below 990 for an upside towards 1170.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. NS, what's your sense on Godfrey?
Well, I would say 1100 needs to be crossed. Till it doesn't cross, it's facing today also similar kind of resistance, couldn't cross beyond that. The previous top was 1088, today is 1096. So a little bit on upside doesn't mean we'll have to go long. Rather, I would wait for the stock to dip. Maybe I would be looking at opportunities around 915, 920.
Okay, and Kkunal, what's your sense?
That's one definitely I'll go with Hannes. What he said, on 19th August stock made a high of 1088, and right now stock is, even today stock made a high of 1097. So it indicates that somewhere around 1090, 1100 stock is facing a strong resistance. So if his stock sustain above this level, after that I'll go for a buy for the target of 1150 to 1180.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. The second stock is Oberoi Realty, which has been under constant pressure because of the IT issues that were there. The counter has managed to move back up today after the clarification that the IT searches are over. NS, Oberoi Realty at 530, is it a good buy?
No, seriously, avoid right now in my sense. Rather, because it is trading below all the moving averages had broken very strongly after that news. If it has to cross and become bullish again, it has to sustain above 555, 560. Till then, I would be avoid on the avoid side.
Okay, well, Raja, what's your sense?
Yeah, it's actually rallied into the 530, 540. It's a value resistance zone, and actually it's a good chance for holders to exit, because overall chart setup looks weak, and it could actually be one more way down.
Okay, and Kkunal, what's your sense?
That's why at this level stock is trading at 530, and I'm seeing an upside movement up to the level of 540, exactly where the 200 hourly moving average comes. And even before stock was religiously facing a resistance of its 200 hourly moving average. So I'm not suggesting to buy at this level, but anyone has a position that can book up profit somewhere around 540. From there I am expecting a downside movement again up to the level of 520, 515.
Okay, we'll wrap it at that. With that, we come to the end of the show, but many thanks to all of my guests who've come in. Thank you so much, Raja, NS, as well as Kkunal, for coming in on the show today. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Hot Money. Thanks for watching Bloomberg Quint.